Hi, I'm Notyetdead in name and in nature, and welcome back to Welker Farms. So you join me where you left me at the end of the last episode. I've taken down a few more trees. You may notice, you may not. I suppose there's a big gap here now that wasn't there before. And everything else is continuing. It's a little bit later in the day. Let's just bring out the map because we've got a lot going on at the moment. So field 8, we've got 2 workers still finishing off the planting of the poplars. They are nearly done. As you can see, there's a tiny little strip in the middle, and I'll need to keep an eye on them because they have a habit of turning in the wrong direction when they get to the ends of the fields. I've got a worker fertilising this top end of field number 2 with the Horsch Leeb, and we have another worker with the 747 sowing again the bottom end of field number 2, and we are putting grass in. I've got concerns about this, but I'm going to do it anyway. It's worth a shot. The reason I have concerns is because if we go into here, currently there's no price for silage. That's okay. The price should come in tomorrow, so that's fine, because we're not going to be able to do it tomorrow, probably the day after, if that, maybe even later than that. Straw we've got prices for, grass you can't sell, it's seasons, and hay we've got prices for. If I go into prices, I don't have any price for silage at the straw barn, or the grain, well, not the grain elevator obviously, and whilst I have prices for straw, grass and hay, they're all at $0. So I actually don't know if I'm going to be able to sell silage or hay on this map. So we'll plant it, we'll see what comes up. Hopefully when this kicks in and we actually, you know, at this point in time I shouldn't get a price of silage, so maybe that's why it's not showing in the sell as a sell place. Maybe that will come in when a price comes available again. That could be why. Seems to be part of the geo. So we'll see. I'm planting grass. There's not a lot else I can do with that field. I could have put a cover crop in, but that would have been pointless. So for the sake of worker and the cost of a bit of seed, fine. We'll put in grass in. Worst comes to worst, I can test it, see if I can harvest anything, see if I can get any money for it, and if not, then I'll just plough it all back in. Come the autumn, I'll replant with an autumn crop of something else, autumn sowing of something else. So yeah, this is the wood container for the hook lift. As you can see, I filled one already. As you can see, slightly worryingly, one of the logs came adrift, but it's all good. So that's pretty full. I suppose I could have squeezed a little bit more on there, but it's pretty full. We'll see how we get on. I can always fill it up. So the next thing was going to be to fill up this wood container that goes on the trailer, but I thought actually what we'd do while waiting for a few other bits and dabs to finish off is we'll start storing logs. I can always fill up the truck later anyway, and I thought something a bit different. We'll try it out. So I've got a few logs cut that I need to pick up. Actually, it looks like it's just one tree. Oh well. Ah, someone's run out of something. Helper E. Which one's Helper E? Ah, we've run out of spray. Okay, top of field 2. And actually looks like for once our workers turned the right way, which probably means they're about to stop and run into each other. Oh well. Let's buy this log store, and then maybe I'll need to go and sort out some workers for a minute. Let's see. Here we go, Woodstack. It's just quite a nice space over here. I might even need a couple of them, so just, oh, if I can just spin it round, move around so I can see what I'm doing. Right. So let's try. Pardon me, I'm going to sneeze now. Right. Put it there. Just put one for now. I have a feeling I might need more. Yeah, helper H is blocked, helper P is blocked. Right, okay, so I need to go and sort out helpers. Let's have a quick look at this and then we'll go and do that. Nice, concrete blocks, get it all nice and level. Looking good. I like that. That's cool. I'm assuming these are 8 meters apart each. So I'm kind of thinking if I stack up the wood in front of them, I'll be able to just grab it with the wheel loader and just sort of hoik it on. Should work. Right, let's go sort these workers out. Right, so I popped out to field A. I've sorted the workers out, so they're continuing and they're pretty much... We'll probably squeeze another strip down the middle of the field, but that is done. Finally, that's a whole day pretty much of poplar planting, because it was about this time yesterday that we just... Well, we've been going for a couple of hours already by this time yesterday. Anyway, it kind of does mean I don't need these pallets. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with them. But the leaves run out of spray again, so I will take the Twin Star back to the main yard, drop off the Bandit somewhere. Need to start thinking about storing stuff, vehicles and sorting out, and then I'll go, while we're there, oops, wrong button, I'll grab the tanker, so that I don't have to drive the Leeb all the way back, because I think it's must be a fair way across the field by now. I'm not even sure where it is. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so I'll take it to the little sort of grass island that I did across field to park it there, and then it's quite close to get the Leeb to it. So somewhere to put this. Hum. I suppose for now it might as well go here. So I'll swing this round, so same way in. Yeah, as you see, it's starting to get a bit busy. I think I'll move the brute, put it up at the fertilizer refill point. I think I mentioned that before, and I'll do the same with the Leeb when it's done. So that should I start to buy more field, and they're roughly in the middle, and either way, when they're sort of done with, they're in the right place to get refilled, so they're ready to go next time. So I might do that. So I wanted to look at some sort of vehicle store, additional vehicle store up there. Oops, too close. There we go. Right. Yeah, lots to do. It's busy, which is fine. It's good to be busy. Lots of different things going on. I mean, there is a certain element of repetitiveness because of the, because of the nature of the map. There's no animals. There's little point in doing masses of grass work, straw work, bales, so there was always going to be an element of repeating. You know what, I can't take this on the field for risk of crop damage, so what I'll do, get it as close as I can. So we do the minimum jiggery pokery, the Leeb. Actually, yeah, because it was always already going up in this direction, so that's fine. Just park that there a sec. Oh, tried to climb up the steps. There we go. Missed. Fold that away. Turn it on. Right, try and get myself reasonably back to the same point, but stop there a sec while it sorts itself out. Here we go. Think. Do I have to be in the truck? Okay. That's a bit odd. Ah, wrong button combination. Good. This won't take long to fill up, and then we'll just get it going again. If I zoom out, should be able to see, yeah, it was just there, look. Shouldn't take too much to line it all back up, and I'll get the truck out of the way. Because it's going to be in the way when it comes back down this side. Further over, it's got quite a reach. There we go. Great stuff. Right. Leave the workers to that. I'm going to get in the way now, sorry. Crop's looking good. Very good. Right. Let's get the twin start out. I should back it up, I think. See how good I can do this. Far too far to go all the way back up the field. That would seem really pointless. There we go, not far to go. Magic. That'll do. And how's our big bud doing? Oh, very nicely. It won't take him long to finish that, and then we'll just come around and do all the edges. Tidy up. As we do with this field. It's a funny shape, it's got stuff in the way, it's all good. I don't know which way around the part of this time, so I'll put that there. Cool. Right. Okay. Bit of a trek though, back to the woods. Actually, got anything I can take up? Not really. I know what I could do. I am going to order something and we will have it delivered. Just to try it. I mentioned it in the last episode, something that Mr. CLP had tried. And actually I thought I should give that a go. Was it the multi-purpose fork? Yeah, I think it was. I just wonder if it helps with picking up the logs. I thought I'd give it a go. It can't be that much. What is it? £5 grand. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Get delivered. If I take... I wonder how stable it would be if I put it on the back of the low loader. Probably not very. It's got to be worth a shot though, right? Well, let's try it. Get delivered. Save me driving all the way down to the store. Right, so I was being a little bit dense. So I've actually had the Bobcat that I'd leased and left down at the store. I brought that up to the main farm. I've also had delivered the multi-purpose bucket, but then of course realised that I can't lift it up. The only way I can pick it up is to bring the wheel loader over. And also the tractor that I've got out on the field doing the case that's doing the poplars is getting low on fuel. So I thought, well, rather than risk it, I've leased a petrol tanker, petrol container, whatever you call it, fuel trailer, you know. So a bit of a change of plan. At the same time, he's now run out of poplars, but he started magically enough doing in between the previous rows. So I figured, seeing as I've got a couple of crates left and what was left in the 450 in the Bug 450, that oops, they are going to keep him going. Oops. So I am going to make a few trips back and forth with the lorry, which is a bit annoying, but still. First of which will be to lift that up. Hee. So I'm going to take these pallets, to do which I'm also going to take the wheel loader so I can get them off when I get there. So that unfortunately means you witnessing my abilities with, I don't know why actually, I found it quite easy with the wheel loader last time, with moving these pallets. So I'm going to lift these up, move them to the end of the trailer, and then put the Bobcat on the back and take it all up to field number 8. So that's job 1, and then we can get the worker going again, keeping him going, but because I like where he is, so we are going to leave him where he is and take the truck up the field to load him exactly where he is, because if he's on that line, I'll not be able to do this, am I? Then I want to keep him there, because every time he turns he'll keep going between the rows, and then that way we'll be increasing the amount that we get on the field, which is always worth doing. Realise that's a bit precarious, only on one prong, but there you go. Needs must. And that way we might be able to use a few more of these. That said, I'm running out of time to be able to keep planting poplars, because it's been nearly poplars, because it's been nearly 24 hours since I started. So there we go, that's not too bad. Right, let's do this. And also, while I'm here, do this. And away we go. And then, by being mobile and doing all this stuff, several other things will happen. I will leave the pallets and the skid steer for now, but I'm not sure I'll need it again. Oh wait, there we go. Oh, come on. I'll leave the pallets and the skid steer up at field 8. And then I'll go get the wheel loader, and I'll bring that down here to pick up the multi. Ooh, that doesn't lock. Okay, that's interesting. Wrong button. Not that that should make any difference, but we'll give it a go. Wow, that really doesn't lock. Okay, take this steady then. Yeah, so then I'll put the wheel loader on the back of the low loader, bring that down here, pick up the new bucket, just so we can test it out. And then in between some of those, at some point, I will also put some fuel in the fuel container that I've just leased, and take that up to field number 8, so that I can keep the case tractor on its current line and fueled. And then I'll just return that. I'll put in enough to fill the case, fill it up, and then return it. I don't need it long enough. It wasn't much to lease it, so it just saves me having to drive the case back and forth. And I'm getting some good use out of my twin star. Anyway, I'll see you at field 8 in a mo. Right, so that's the case back on its way. One more crate left on here. And we'll see which way. Hopefully it'll turn right at the bottom and keep doing the in between sowing of that space. But he's doing a really good job of keeping banging. See what I mean? I'm nicely getting double rows now. He did it himself. I didn't have anything to do with it. So that's quite cool. I'm quite keen to keep him on. That's a good way to use up the rest of the crates we've got left. So pallets, great. So we'll see how that goes. There's also one part pallet left on here, but I'm trying to figure out how I get that off there, and I'm not sure I can The obvious way would be to return the planter slightly unrealistically and it would just drop. But I'm not sure how I do that because I can't tell the difference between the two. Oh, hang on, I looked in here a minute ago. That one had 3.1 hours of use and that one had 3.1 hours of use. That one now has 3.2 hours of use. I'm reckoning it's that one. Do it. Yes, there we go. Excellent. Right, so that'll keep that going for a bit. So that's all good. So actually now what we can do is undo these straps. Actually, I could just climb in the cab and do this all in one go, but you know what? Doesn't matter. Use the Bobcat, take that last one off, put it to one side, and then we've got this available to take the wheel loader back. You know what, I'm quite happy to leave it on there because that'll probably be the next way that I fill the tractor. Right, which way did he turn? Oh, the wrong way, obviously. Is he in the gap or is it he's over planting? Obviously is. She. Anyway, fine. No biggie. Get him started over here. So I hadn't really thought about doing this, but actually it's the perfect way to use up what's left. So if I try and get that nicely in the middle, start a workout, we'll lose a little bit at the end, but nothing major. Should be good. Nice. Oops. I like it. Just need to keep an eye on these workers. Sometimes if you've had to stop them or if they've stopped, they just don't turn the way you need them to turn. Right. Let's go pick up the wheel loader. Right, so I'm my little plantation forestry area. So I've dropped off the log grabber. I'll hang on to it for now. Sort of do the taste test comparison of that and the multi-purpose fork, and see which one I prefer. Why not? Should be good. Loads of room. See if this moves around as much as the skid steer. It's a lot heavier, so you'd think not. Right, I'll see you back down at the main yard. Right, okay, so we'll take this off. Not that I need to do this now particularly, but you know, let's be thorough. Well, it looks pretty cool. That is certainly true. Cool. Alrighty. Alright, swap over, put the fuel tank on. I'm not going to fill it. because it really is all about just filling up the case, and I don't want too much left over in case there's some left in it when I want to return it, but we'll see how we do. Okay. There we go. Right, let's turn this way. Let's see. That ought to be enough. There'll be some left over. Should be able to fill up some of the other vehicles as well. May as well while I've got it. But I don't want to risk there being too much, if any, left in. Right, okay. I'm going to whiz this up to field 8. I'll refill the tractor, you don't need to see that, and then I'll bring it back down. And then actually what I need to do next is, I think the 747's finished bottom end of field 2. So I will get on with finishing that off, because that kind of needs to be done before the end of the day. And yeah, well, I'll get this done. I'll see you there. I'll see you back down at 747 shortly. So here we are down at the bottom of field 2. I've refueled the case. The work is still running. Just leave him going. So yeah, I just need to tidy up some of the edges. Oh, wrong one. Just to finish seeding this as grass. Actually, after the last episode, I did have a comment from Darla, so I should be able to get paid for silage on the map for silage bales, just not loose silage, and I hadn't appreciated there was a difference in pricing. Ooh, nearly out of seed. Oh well, see how we get on. So so yeah, it's worth the experiment. So yeah, there's not too much to tidy up actually. The workers done a pretty decent job with this field. So we'll just nip up, and then this will be done in one day. I think it'll need... Oh no, doesn't even need fertilisation. So it's now fully fertilised. Looks like the worker missed a couple of spots on that top end of field 2, so I'll do those as well. And then we've just got fields 21 and 20, which is pretty cool. Because field, oh god, sorry, 13, yeah, field 13 will get its next layer where I plough the oilseed radish in, then that'll be done. In fact, it'll then be over fertilised when we sow it again, but that's no big deal. And we'll put a winter wheat in, which will be good in the autumn. Right. Oh, I haven't switched it on. Oops. Reverse nice and straight. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, there's not too much to do, just this edge. I'll do this line, spin it round, come at it from the other side again. As much as you can spin a big bud round. I think I've said this before, for a long rig, because it all articulates in several places, whilst that makes it a real pain in the neck, for reversing, sure does make it pretty nifty at turning. I need a couple of goes to do this bit, but hopefully we'll have enough seed. Slightly irritating to have this part finished and then have to go and fill it up, but never mind. Yeah, should just be alright. I'm not going to have enough. Definitely not. Luckily it does only seed where it needs to, but still, yep, not going to be enough. Oh well. But you know what? We'll leave it there. So I'll run this up, fill it up with seed. It's a bit annoying because we're nearly done, but it's not like it'll get. It's not like it'll go off. I'll fill it up. It's a bit bitty, this video. There's sort of lots of little things going on and lots of driving back and forth. But probably just a little bit dull. But yeah, crops in that top of the field too are going really well. Must start getting some green. Things growing, quite satisfying. So, but yeah, so I'll just nip this up, fill it up, and pop back down. Right, that's better. It's about what, 17,000 pounds worth of seed and fertiliser, but you know, got to be done at some point. Luckily in game it doesn't matter, so we can use it next year to get this field finished. And for the second time this year, well, second time this season, that's seeding done, but of course it'll be not that long before we start thinking about putting the winter wheat in, so just make sure. Looks alright. Of course you can't see it. Actually, yeah, fertilisation is the best way to check. Yep, that looks fine. Right, all done. We're going to park this back up. Need it for a few days. And we've pretty much come to the end of an episode. It seems like a reasonable point to stop. I will just finish going around the edges of that field with the Horsch, just to get that top bit of field number 2 all finished. Just wait for this to get a bit smaller before I try and get it through. And I'll keep the worker on trying to get as much of the poplars into field 8 as we can before close of day. Just try and get as much in there as possible. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I did actually just want to mention I have, and it's not a big number by any stretch, but I'm quite pleased, and it's a sign that the channel is growing. I have passed 500 views over the last few days, and also I'm now at the grand total of 17 subscribers. So I just wanted to say a thank you to anybody who's watching, those guys of you that helped me get started, set up, gave me reviews, anyone who's commented, given me ideas, you know, anyone who subscribed, you know, just a big thanks. I mean, it's pointless if people aren't watching. So I mean, much as I enjoy making it and obviously playing the game, but you know, there's got to be a sort of end game to it, and yeah, people are enjoying it, watching it. It's great. I love it. So thank you very much to all those that are helping build the channel. I really appreciate it, and there'll be more to come. So yeah, if you did like this video, give me a like. If you haven't subscribed yet and you would like to, please do. And otherwise, I will look forward to welcoming you back to Welker Farms very soon. Bye bye for now.